Oh, it's all right. I'm already vegetarian. Have you ever had someone say that to you? If so, then maybe this video's for you. Hello again, I'm Nigel from Mad About Animals. This is another in our series about comments, questions we get asked when doing outreach. Recently, whilst doing some street activism in Manchester, I got talking to a young guy, probably mid-20s, and he was looking at the screens. We were showing footage of slaughterhouses and animal agriculture farms, how the animals are bred, how they're reared, and ultimately how they're killed. And he was looking at the screens and he said, "Oh, it's disgusting, that, isn't it?" So obviously I was talking to him about it. And he said, "Oh, it's okay, I'm vegetarian." Now, whenever I get a vegetarian, there's a number of ways that you can take the conversation, but this is how I took the conversation on this particular occasion. So I said to him, "If you don't mind me asking, how long have you been vegetarian?" And he said, "Yeah, probably about 3 or 4 years, I think." And then I said, "So what was it that made you go vegetarian?" And he said, "Well, it was things like this. It was seeing footage like this. I thought, it's disgusting, I can't be part of it." And of course, that's exactly the right attitude. So we talked a little bit about the difference between vegetarians and vegans, and he knew them. And we talked a little bit about the egg and dairy industry, and he knew the issues there as well. So it wasn't lack of education on his part. It wasn't that he didn't know. So it's at times like this when I quite often use my own experience. So for those of you who don't know, I've been vegan probably about 5 years now. Unfortunately, I can't remember the exact day I went vegan, which is sad because a lot of people celebrate their vegan anniversary, don't they? I know roughly when it was, but I don't know exactly. But anyway, it's been about 5 years since I've been vegan. So the tack I took with this guy was, look, I've been vegan about 5 years. Before that, I was vegetarian 32 years, something like that. Now, I'm not saying that to impress you or anything like that. What I'm saying is that the reason I went vegetarian were all the same reasons that I eventually went vegan. All the same cruelty and all that sort of thing. It's just that I hadn't made the connection about the egg and dairy industry. I really didn't do enough research, I guess. I suppose in my defence, going back all those years, it was harder to do research, but that's no excuse, and I'm not saying it was. But the bane of my life is that I didn't go vegan the day I went vegetarian. So I said to him, "You are going to go vegan at some point. You might go vegan this evening, you might go vegan next week, you might go vegan in 10 years' time, but at some point you are going to go vegan because you know all the arguments. And your biggest regret in life, if you're like any vegan I've ever met, is that you didn't go vegan sooner. So if you don't go vegan today, you don't go vegan next week, and it's 10 years time before you go vegan, I promise you that you will regret not going vegan today." And he looked at me and said, "That's actually a really good point." Now, I'm not saying he went away vegan, but he went away thinking about it a lot more firmly than he has done for a while. And it's true, I've never yet met one single vegan who didn't regret going vegan sooner. So that's always a good tactic, I think, with vegetarians, because most of them will go vegan at some point. When I first went vegetarian, it was hard to get information. It genuinely was. To my eternal shame, I didn't look deep enough. I should have done. I can't turn that clock back, as much as I regret it. When you meet a vegetarian and you're speaking to them, tell them. They might not go vegan tonight, they might not go vegan next week, they might not go vegan for 10 years, but they will go vegan. Tell them it's your biggest regret in life not going vegan sooner. You don't want them to share the same regret. Go vegan now. What have they got to lose? What have the animals got to gain? Thank you. I've been Nigel from Mad About Animals. If you found this video useful, informative or helpful in any way, please like, share and subscribe, and watch out for the next video. Thank you.